Man, because Australia people are funny as all thought Crumble Cookie was coming to Sydney. Out of all places, just one place in the whole of Australia. And just for one day. Y'all not thinking straight.
Hey beautiful people, how you are doing today? It's your girl Destiny here and welcome to my channel. How you are doing? Hope you guys are doing great. So there is a scam, there's a crumble cookie scam that is going on social media that has gotten a lot of people talking, and I'm just going to break down the entire story for you guys. So apparently there's this cookie that is in America. It's called Crumble cookie. My Americans in the house, let me know if you've tried this cookie and if you like it. If it's one of you, go down and share your thought about the Crumble cookie. If you know that my Americans, they know this is a thing in America. So apparently Crumble Cookie decided to do a pop-up in Sydney, but where the twist came down to was that it wasn't actually Crumble Cookie that was doing it. So there was this handle on social media, both on Instagram and TikTok, that posted of how they are going to have Crumble Cookie pop-up. Can't even tell. Crumble Cookie pop-up in Sydney, Australia, and this got a lot of people attention. A lot of people in Australia was very super excited to try it. I feel like this is a thing. Anything that is popping in America, most times the rest part of the world really wants to get a hand on it, and I can relate to that. But yeah, so they did the whole thing, the whole pop-up thing, and that was coming up and all that. And on the day of the pop-up, they lined up. People were queuing up. People spent people spent about 35 to 45 minutes to get to the front of the line to get their cookies. And guess what? By the time they got there, they found out that the cookie cost $17.50. And I think in the USA, this cookie cost $8. Stay with me in the story, okay, guys? Stay with me. So apparently, they got in there, they bought the cookie. Some of them that went for the pop-up are influencers, content creators, so they documented it. After getting it, after spending 45 minutes to get the cookie, they decided to sit down to try the cookie, the famous Crumble cookie, US cookie. They decided to try it because if you scroll on TikTok and you accept that watch cookie video, you tend to see a lot of those cookie videos pop up. And they all usually look so delicious. You guys know I have a sweet tooth, and I love sweet things. So yeah. Anyway, back to the story. Got in there, they tried the cookie, and they found out that the cookie was terrible. It wasn't good. Not one, not two. A lot of people that reviewed the cookie was like, not it. And this has struck the entire conversation that people are talking about crumble cooking. So you know what? This video I'm going to leave a clip of influencer that went and then people's reaction to the entire drama to it. So apparently when they were now asked on their TikTok handle, like, oh, are you people affiliated with the original crumble cookie in the US? These people decided to tell them that no, we are just fans of crumble cookie. And mind you, their page was taken down off Instagram, so probably the original crumble cookie file like impersonation on Instagram, so their page on Instagram was taken down. But on TikTok, they revealed that they have no affiliation with Crumble Cookie. They are just a fan of Crumble Cookie, and they bought Crumble Cookie from the US and ship it down to Australia. 700 pieces of Crumble Cookie, and they ship it down to Australia to do this pop-up shop. Anyway, guys, let's go check out people's thoughts on this, and then we'll come back and talk more. But let me know that in the comment section. What will you do if you find out that a brand that you're buying, that the people selling it does not even have an affiliation with that brand? Anyway, guys, let's go check out the story and then we'll come back and talk more.
Come with me to the Crumble Cookie pop-up in Sydney at Bondi. I was actually really sketched out because I found this through TikTok and Instagram, and it wasn't endorsed by Crumble, but I went there anyways. It was next to this gas station, and oh my god, look at the line. There were so many people. We were at 30 minutes before the pop-up, but there were still so many people in front of us. And because the line was so long and we were in front of a gas station, everyone was just staring at what was even going on. And then we got a jump scare because the girl who was taking our orders like showed us the menu, and it was $17.50 per cookie. And we were gonna get 3 until we saw the prices, so we were like, let's just get 2. But I think the cookies are so hyped about because there was like a little fight in the front of the line. I don't even know what was happening. We got them and go to part 2 for the taste test.
Okay, so after waiting in line for 45 minutes, we got Crumble Cookie. We only got 2 because one is $17.50. Interesting. Oh, it's breaking off. It's like breaking off. It's like something I can make that. But rate this 7.6. Already a 9. It was fresh, so these are breaking apart. In terms of freshness, 0 out of 5. Just this. Twix. It's a 3 out of 5. have 1 out of 10. That just sucks. Okay, anyways, we're all rating. I'd give mine at 8 out of 10. Was it worth waiting in line for 45 minutes? Maybe yes, because there's no crumble here, but no, because people were fighting and the cookies are $17. You should look at the wheel. It's like falling apart. Some girls asked us where the crumble cookie is, and we told them like it's gone. Anyways, what's the moral of the story here? Crumble cookie isn't all that. Spend your $17 somewhere else. Okay, bye.
Man, because Australia people are funny as all thought Crumble Cookie was coming to Sydney. Out of all places, just one place in the whole of Australia. And just for one day. Y'all not thinking straight.
Y'all brought 700 crumble cookies from the U.S. all the way to Australia to pretend like y'all had a pop-up shop for crumble cookie, only to have every single person in the line that was queued up for hours say, these cookies are horrible, they are so stale. Y'all charged $15 a cookie when the cookie is only $5. And got up here and said, no, we never said we were crumble cookie. We just are fans of crumble cookie. I hope that you're fans of Locked Up Raw because you're going to the pokey. Are you so low? Do you know what impersonation is? Why would you think that? How did you even get 700 cookies onto a flight? Let's not even talk about all the health code violations you're going to get smacked with, and you're not even a business with insurance that can cover these things. You're going to actual jail after you get sued. You getting sued, your children getting sued, your children's children is getting sued. You're in trouble, buddy. That's all I know.
I don't even think that we can be mad at the Crumble Cookie Australia people. Do you know how much organization it takes to fly to America, buy 700 cookies, get them through customs in Australia, which, by the way, Australia is very strict about what comes in, what comes out, set up a shop, somehow evade Crumble Cookie America noticing that you're doing it, charging $17 per cookie and actually having people wait in line and buy them? Like, I'm about to hire these people. They are logistical geniuses. Were they fraudulent? Sure. But did anyone get hurt? No. And the whole thing is honestly a Seth Rogen movie from the 2000s. In fact, Judd Apatow should make this movie because it would be very funny.
Y'all are dragging these Australians up and down because they fell for that cookie crumble scam, right? And you know what? I don't even blame the Australians for falling for it. If I was somebody who lived in another country who was seeing all these Americans ordering these delicious cookies and stuff every single week, I would get a little interested. I would get maybe a little bit jealous. You know what? I would want to go and see what the hype is about. And you know what? These were actually real cookie crumble cookies. It was just that they were like stale and old, and they looked like they were put on a plane for a good like 15 hours and looked real messed up. So I was like, that is so funny. I'm sorry. $17 for a messed up cookie that you got from the US is crazy. And $75 for a 5-pack, which is no one's talking about. $75 in this economy is crazy. I didn't even know we were like reselling food and cookies. Apparently they be reselling them in Mexico too. Why are y'all doing it? It's not that deep, y'all. I'm so sorry. Y'all got cool things over there. We got cookie crumble. And I don't know if cookie crumble is in other countries, but what they should have done is been available in other countries if the hype for $17 cookie crumble is that high, you know? And my thing is, why is it not on Australia yet? But also I'm like, why is the fake cookie crumble Sydney trying to be a real thing now? Like, they're stealing the intellectual property of the actual cookie crumble and reselling their cookies for a spiked up rate. Like, that is not illegal. Y'all are going to get sued. Suddenly I am a proud American. Suddenly my pronouns are USA because your $17 got you crumble cookie, one cookie. My $15 American dollars gets me 4. You want to be it so bad.
I feel like we're witnessing the new Fire Festival here on TikTok right now. Crumble Cookie Sydney, let's talk about it. One thing about me, when I see a Crumble Cookie video, I do not swipe, I do not scroll, and I follow every single one of them. I'm obsessed. They always just look so good, and I would be down to go to a pop-up if I saw one coming up in London. So obviously there was a Crumble Cookie pop-up in Sydney, Australia, when in fact it wasn't actual Crumble Cookie. It was actually just fans of Crumble Cookie who went to America, bought like thousands of dollars worth of Crumble Cookie, and then flew them over to Sydney, Australia to resell them as if they were Crumble Cookie. Someone please explain to me why they thought that'd be okay. There was like Crumble Cookie logos and everything, Crumble Cookie packages. They sold out so quickly. They were selling the cookies for like 4 times the price of a normal Crumble Cookie because they had to cover like their flights and stuff. No one knew that this was just fans of Crumble Cookie, and the cookies tasted disgusting. Obviously, they tasted disgusting. They've flown like how many hours? How did they even package it all? Like, how did they even fly with that many cookies? This is just hilarious to me that it's even happened, because are they not scared of being like arrested? Like, are they not scared Crumble Cookie will literally sue them for so much? Because this can surely not be legal. To literally pose as a brand and sell as though you are that brand. I'm still in shock. Move over Fire Festival. It's time for Crumble Cookie to enter the chat.
We have some very hot Crumble Cookie drama going on, and I'm going to do my best to break it down for you. Recently, a new account popped up, and they called themselves Crumble Sydney. They were not endorsed by nor affiliated with Crumble, but they quickly began advertising that they were going to be bringing Crumble cookies, flying them themselves from LA to Sydney and selling them at a one-day pop-up. Here's where things get sticky. They were not endorsed by nor affiliated with Crumble, but they took all of Crumble's advertising videos and put their own words over them. They then got kicked off of Instagram because Crumble did not endorse this and got it removed, but kept pushing it, even though people were making it very clear you don't have a right to do this. They then put out a video saying that they were going to reschedule the original date and time for the pop-up because of flight delays to 6 days later. All of this concern was fair because they aren't even a licensed business. So there's no food handling going into this. The Australian government, nobody's got their hands in this, making sure this is done safely. They're just doing whatever they want. So then influencers and other people arrive, and this is what they're greeted with. I mean, there are long lines. You can go watch her video. Every single cookie was being sold for $17 a piece. So they sell out of all these cookies. They get a huge turnout, obviously. But how long did those cookies sit in customs? Because flight delays? So you have to move the pop-up to 6 days later? I don't think so. Not only that, there's another creator who goes by Amy, The Life of Amy. She did a wonderful job of breaking down for people why there's reason to doubt whether or not these even were Crumble cookies, allegedly. And if they were, why you got them under the wire in customs by falsifying information. As of 8 hours ago, Crumble City made their response. Right now on their page, you can go through this, or you can click that document and you can read their entire statement. It's wild. Not only do they admit they're not affiliated nor endorsed by, which means you don't have permission to do this, but what's crazier is that Crumble Cookie has terms and conditions that specifically say you cannot resell our items, upsell them, use our packaging, use our branding. It's very clearly there. But they also put the receipt to prove that these are Crumble cookies, so hey, whatever, you say so. And they didn't tip on thousands of dollars of cookies. I get it, you're not from here, but like, come on. They also provided this document, you can go see for yourself, that says, you know, we did everything we were supposed to do, but they removed the date. They said they were going to redact, but why would you redact the date that they were released from border security? So you weren't legally allowed to do this. You have no business license. There are no health codes you have to follow because you didn't tell anybody or ask permission. Crumble did not condone this, and they got you kicked off of Instagram for doing this. At the end of the day, I have a cookie bakery. It is so much work. I've never been able to have my cookies in Australia, ever, because the health restrictions are so strict for a good reason. Safe food handling and regulations save lives. They really do. The health codes of your favorite restaurants, check them. They matter. I have so much respect for Crumble, for what Sawyer and his team have built. You know, dream goals. You guys are incredible. You built something that's this successful because you protected your brand so that other people couldn't misrepresent you or make people sick off of your name. I think this is a fascinating lesson in watching a PR crisis go down. I also think it's interesting that there are no names attached to this, so no single person is being held accountable for it. I think that was very artfully done. But I don't know, I'm very interested to see how this shakes out. And you guys, don't mess around with food. Don't do that. You can seriously hurt people.
Crumble Cookie Sydney is a perfect example of why having a registered trademark is important to any company, no matter what your size. If you haven't heard the story yet, it's kind of a crazy one. These fans of Crumble Cookie in Australia decided to do a Crumble Cookie pop-up shop there. And so they came to the United States, they bought a crap ton of cookies in the United States, they flew them back to Australia, and opened a pop-up shop called Crumble Cookie, which so convincingly used Crumble Cookie's branding that influencers who went to the Crumble Cookie pop-up thought they were eating Crumble cookies. Not Crumble cookies that some fans had flown in from the United States, but cookies that Crumble Cookie, the company, had made in Australia. But guess what? Those influencers' reviews that are now all over TikTok talk about how disgusting the Crumble cookies were, how stale they were. Not surprising, they had been flown in on a regular passenger airplane from the United States, and how just frankly disappointing the Crumble cookie was. You can imagine, by the way, not a single video that I have seen says that it was a fan pop-up or not a real Crumble cookie store. Every video that I saw, and videos talking about the videos that I saw, are talking about how these influencers thought they went to a genuine Crumble cookie store and got cookies that were disgusting. And those are the reviews that they put on social media of Crumble Cookie. These reviews of Crumble Cookie are so convincing that when I first saw one, I thought I had a totally different reaction than the IP attorney reaction that I'm giving you now on TikTok. My initial reaction was, thank God, because my experience at Crumble Cookie was questionable, and it's about time that some influencers with much bigger followings than mine are gonna call out Crumble Cookie. This is an actual text message that I sent my husband last week when I took my daughter to Crumble Cookie. And I am not joking you, I think we waited 30 to 45 minutes for cookies that, they were good, but they were cookies. I digress. Let's get back to the IP issues. If Crumble Cookie had registered trademarks, and they do, they could stop these fans from opening a pop-up shop. Now, I'm not an Australian lawyer. I don't practice in Australia. I don't actually know if Crumble Cookie has trademark rights in Australia or could even get trademark rights in Australia. I presume that Australia is very similar to the United States, and you have to actually use your mark within that country in order to establish that you have rights. But I can tell you that they have registered trademarks in the United States. And why is that important? Because this Crumble Cookie Sydney operation, where they're flying cookies in from the United States, they actually have a TikTok account called Crumble Sydney. And they actually promote what they're doing on this TikTok account. Now, because Crumble Cookie has a registered trademark, they are in a much better position to convince TikTok to take down that account. If they didn't have registered trademark rights, it would be much more difficult. I'm not saying impossible, but much more difficult to convince TikTok to take down the account, which in my opinion as an IP attorney is an imposter account. Before anybody comes for me to say, hey Tammany, the TikTok account makes it clear in the bio that they're not endorsed by Crumble Cookie, saying that you're not endorsed by Crumble Cookie is not the same thing as saying to people, we actually have nothing to do with Crumble Cookie. Crumble Cookie, the company, doesn't even know we're here. And obviously, whatever disclosures they're using aren't sufficient because you have a whole host of influencer videos coming out of Australia, reviewing them like they are genuine, real Crumble cookies, not Crumble cookies that people bought God knows when and flew them back to Australia before they created the pop-up shop. But let me know what you think. Do you guys think that saying that they're not endorsed by Crumble Cookies is sufficient enough for you to know that everything that happens on there has nothing and is not authorized by Crumble Cookie and has nothing to do with Crumble Cookie? Are you in my camp where I think the fact that you're using the name Crumble, spelled the same way, and Cookie, and all of the same packaging that you got from the Crumble Cookie store in the United States means you actually are misleading people and you shouldn't be allowed to do that. I'm Tammany, I'm an IP attorney. Send me a comment, let me know what you think.
Please go down in the comment section and share your thoughts. Love to know what you think about this entire story down in the comment section. But as always, keep it respectful. Yeah, on this channel, we're allowed to disagree, but do it in a respectful way. So go ahead, feel free and share your thoughts. For me personally, is I don't even know. I saw the story and I was just cracking up. I was just laughing. And it's just the audacity. But for me, is why do people queue up for items? Like, I still don't understand. When it's not as if I'm trying to board the flight, when it's not as if I'm trying to get a medical attention. Even with that said, like, why are you queuing up? Like, you guys queued up for 30 to 45 minutes to get a cookie. Like, I feel like when it comes to social media, sometimes there are some things that is just overly hyped, and people really feel the need that they really have to make a statement with it. Like, what was really, really, really special, and then to now find out that the entire cookie was all like a scam. It's not real, and it does not even taste good. That's a waste of my 45 minutes time that I can never get back, and my $17.50 I can like, why? Why do people like spending their money in places where they are not welcome? The fact that you are waiting, you're not welcome. The fact that it is extremely expensive, why are you spending $17.50 for a cookie? Like, I just feel like some people have the money, but they don't know what to do with it. But yeah, I don't like, honestly, I feel like everybody just deserves themselves. The fact that you have your money and you have that time to stand and try to get a cookie, um, yeah, you didn't walk away like, okay, okay. Honestly, I really don't have much to say about this story because, yeah, sometimes don't just follow the hype. But I do feel like these companies might get sued by the original company for doing what they do, because I think this is fraud. Like, this is fraud done, but I don't know why this is giving me like a Gen Z or younger people doing this, and I feel like they don't even know the legal implication of what they did or what they were doing. But yeah, Crumble cookie, like, come on, guys, I'm done with this. I don't even have much to say about this. Go down in the comment section, share your thought. Love to know what you think, but as always, keep it respectful. You're on this channel, we're allowed to disagree, but we'll do it in a respectful way. So go ahead, feel free, share your thought. Share this video with somebody that you want to be part of the conversation, because that's what we do here. We have banging conversations. So go on and share this video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, smash the like button, because this helps YouTube to push out my content for more people to see, and that will be you supporting this channel and this girl here. So go on and do that. Subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Deuces.